Morning. It is day 9 and it's cold. Cold, and things got really wet last night. It didn't rain, but it was just very heavy condensation. There's a big fog bank rolling over us where we are right now in the saddle. So I'm getting all the layers on. I actually grabbed this out of a hiker box when I was in Julian just for the stretch because I knew there was going to be some interesting weather with the cold and wind and possibly some rain. So I'm glad I did that just for this area. And yeah, just getting everything packed up. It is literally, I mean, look at this. It's like, that's ridiculous. So I'm just trying to get everything organized, and in my backpack, got my cassava shake made, my coffee, that's the most important thing going. And let's get on up the trail. Let's hit that 100-mile marker today. You guys see the struggle some mornings. It's so cold and damp, and yeah, I pretty much have all my layers on. This is my rain skirt because the brush has all this like condensation and it's wet as you walk through it on the trail, so it gets you wet. With the wind it gets pretty cold, so I have my rain jacket on, my rain skirt, and all the things. So I should be okay. That's going to be my morning view for a while. And as you can see, that wind is whipping through there. Depending on where I am, it hits me pretty hard, but right here it seems to be a little protected. The winds are only about 20 miles an hour. When it's damp and cold, it can feel like it's a lot more than that. But the weather system that's coming in, I think maybe this afternoon, yeah, even today, like through Friday morning, there's supposed to be wind gusts over 40 miles an hour, chances of rain, and it's going to be pretty cold, like in the 40s. Just trying to decide what I want to do, how I want to go forward with that. I guess I'm just like unsure if it's smart to like leave resources that if I stay by Warner Springs just for a couple days just to let all that pass, or do I just take my chances and hike out, maybe try to get to Mike's place so I can just hang out there, because I know there's gonna be a bunch of people there. So I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. I'm gonna have to feel that out today as I hike, and we'll get it figured out. I always do. I'm only 9 days into it, so I'm very much still acclimating to all this, and I don't want to have too much exposure to things that I'm not really sure about just yet. I'm gradually building that up though. It's trying to clear out a little bit, which is good. Yeah, I don't think this will stick around too long. It's supposed to be at least partly clear today. This is actually pretty cool looking. Look how perfectly the trail is just cut out into the side of the mountain. All right, well, it's still a little blustery out, but hopefully it'll clear up here within an hour or two. That is the hope anyway. I'd like to take some layers off. I started to sweat back there, but it was after a little bit of a climb. Now I'm back to being cool, so I'm gonna leave my things on a bit longer. But I need to dry off everything at the community center. My sleeping bag, my tent got pretty wet last night. I see some sunshine over there, and I just stopped and took off half of my layers. So it started to warm up just a little bit. It's still like, my thermometer still says like 48, which is still pretty chilly, but you know, when you're hiking along, it's okay. What a nice look. It's functional, don't judge. So I'm at 99.3, so just 0.7 away from the 100-mile marker. And it's always such a cool milestone. So pretty excited to go see that.
And I would walk 100 more just to see your face and show your face at the step of your front door. I'm kind of slow for my demographic, so I'll see people my age. How old are you? I'm 38. Okay, I'm 53. Nice.
I am almost to Barrel Spring. That's mile 101.1, where I'm gonna pick up, maybe like 2 liters, 2.25 liters, something like that. But that'll get me all the way to Warner Springs at 109.5, plus like a break or 2 if I want to. It's not gonna get very warm, so I'm not gonna be sweating a whole lot. All right, let's go fill up, take a pack up break, and we will proceed.
Yeah, they have that, but just no camping.
To stay at 109, but a lot of people stay there. It's like
Yeah,
a beach
right.
area.
Yeah,
Right before you get to the road.
right. I'll probably do that. And then we could walk over there to breakfast. When I do too, I love that. Yeah, I was like San Diego Oceanside. The way it's set up, we're all really like with the streets. But anyways, that little area, man, there's a sushi place there called The Joint. Oh, okay. You know that block that leads to the ocean right there? And they're flying around everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And they could be miles away.
Just left mile 101. That's gonna annoy me. Let's cross this road without getting hit here. So I just left mile 101 where the spring is. Loaded up a little over 2 liters of water to get me to Warner Springs, mile 109.5. And it's gonna be kind of a lazy afternoon. Well, I wouldn't say lazy because I actually have chores to do, but it's not gonna be a hiking afternoon. I have to go to the post office and get my resupply, and then go to the community center, clean up some things. I have to dry out my tent and sleeping bag. I spilled something inside my tent, so I wanna clean up a couple items that got soiled from that. And somebody's clothes are there. So yeah, I have things to do. And just going through the resupply box alone is, somebody left interesting. Okay, hang on. I have to put this down. Depending on how late it is when I get done with everything will dictate what I do this afternoon. If I'm gonna try to camp close to Warner Springs or leave, try to hike out a few miles and find a camp spot. And I also want to look at the weather and see what's going on with that and then make some decisions. Can't decide temperature today. Like, I keep taking things on, I keep taking things off, putting it back on. So I just put my rain jacket back on because the air is cutting through my clothing. It's chilly. And to pee again. Peeing way too much this morning. So I'm trying to up my electrolytes, get more salt in me this morning. So I stopped doing that because I'd like to hold on to some of that water. I did drink a lot yesterday though, and didn't really go to the bathroom much. So maybe my body's just kind of getting rid of some of that. Who knows, but don't want to get dehydrated out here if I can help it. And my fingertips are pretty wrinkled. I'm gonna dig out my windbreaker, I think. Everyone always tells me, you don't need a windbreaker and a rain jacket. Just use the rain jacket. That thing is making me sweat so bad. I don't like it on, but a windbreaker is just that like sweet spot for me. So I'm gonna have to dig that out and use that during this section because I don't think we're gonna have much of a change in temperature or wind. Pasture number 2. This is a big one. I didn't think there'd be any flowers, but there's a lot of really tiny flowers that are just so cute. But there's a bunch of different species through here. So it's greener than I thought it would be. It's a nice surprise. I hear the cows, but oh, they're way off over there. Definitely a lot of wildflowers. They're just small, but they're beautiful still. I think we're getting close to the San Ysidro Creek crossing up ahead. I might take my long pack off break there, maybe like a kind of lunch. I'm not really sure. I'm not really that hungry, but I feel like I at least need to take a long pack off break and eat something with like protein. Here's that Indian grinding stone. This is San Ysidro Creek, and I'm gonna go sit up here. This little gopher snake. Aren't you so cute? It's a little chilly today, huh? It's hard to warm up. I'm about 0.3 miles from the road at Warner Springs. So I'll go over to the community center and ask a couple questions. From there, I gotta get my post. I have to go to the post office and get my box. I have to dry out some things. clean off some things. That's really it. Organizing my resupply is what I'm not looking forward to. I overthink too much and then I bring too much food with me. I've arrived here at Warner Springs. There's the fire station up there. Just gonna go up to the road here, take a right to the community center right across the street. Well, I didn't get very lucky at the community center. I guess they just left they took a bunch of people to the post office and I missed that. So I get to walk just a little tired. So I really don't feel like wasting my energy road walking all the way to the post office and back. And then I got to carry my box. So that's not going to be fun, but you know, you got to do what you got to do out here. And I can't rely on other people to help me out. All right, guys, that evening update. It's about 5, it's after 5:30. It's been a long afternoon of doing chores, getting things cleaned up. I was outside most of it, sprawled out on a table in the wind, in the cold. Got kind of chilled, so I went inside the community center for a while and warmed up a little bit, but wasn't quite warmed up when they said they had to kick us out a little early because they're having some meeting or something there. A bunch of us are headed to the riverbed area to camp tonight, so I'm going to backtrack just a little bit to set up my tent for the night. And that's because there's a weather system coming in tonight. It's going to be cold, windy, chance of showers, not a very pleasant night. So I think it's smart to just kind of wait here until the morning. That way, for some reason, I get chilled or something happens. I don't know, with everything. I dried stuff out as best as I could, but because it was so cold, things didn't dry out that great. So for some reason, I need the warmth. I've got the community center in the morning. So it's just nice to be close to resources when the weather's not so great. All right, here is where a bunch of us are sleeping tonight. And there's several more that are off in that direction over there. And this is just right outside Warner Springs, so it should be nice and convenient to town. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for day 9. So hit 100 miles today, went into Warner Springs, did a bunch of chores. I did 13 miles today, so it was a shorter day, which is nice after 19.5 miles yesterday. So I think that was good, give my body a little break today. And I was really tired today. I didn't sleep enough last night. So hopefully tonight I'll get a good night's sleep, and not sure what the weather is gonna do tonight. So hopefully it'll allow us all to sleep good. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow for day 10. Thank you.